So what I'm doing now is I'm explaining about what I got here, and so we talk about the rubric about the writing. So as a continuation of this one, let me give you an example of the way I code students' writing. So if let's see. Right here as a data, 2022 spring intermediate writing, and if you click that, writing 1, and if I only click that, I do have a student's voice here, and I do have a practical English, and if I click that down, I do have this one. I teach two different levels of students. One for major students, which is called Spring Intermediate Writing, and Practical English for general education, liberal education, 교양. And so here I also have a writing 1, and also here writing 1. So if I click on writing 1, I can see the data from intermediate level of writing, okay? Intermediate. And I do have from Hwang Yanji to Kang Yunseok. And here I have a name like Ding Tu Hang. Is that person Chinese? Ding Tu Hang? No, no idea? You don't know? Okay. And also I do have Ng Wan Titoa. Ng Wan Titoa. Chinese?
No, sounds Vietnamese.
Okay. And Zhong Wianqi. Oh, yeah, Zhong Wianqi. Zhang Shao. 출근 툴과 몽군 토야. 출근
Spanish?
Spanish.
Filipino.
Huh?
Mongolian.
Mongolian, yes. That's what I thought. 몽군 토야. So it's like yeah. Other person, yeah, mostly Korean students. They major in English, okay? Second year or third year. And let me show you. Okay, let me show you Hwang Yeonji's writing right here. If I click on that, you see her writing here. Every time I receive a student's writing, I code based on what? Based on the error system that I show you, okay? So if I click on that, there is a global error, local error, and mechanics and things like that. So if I click down global errors, I do have many references down there, and local errors, I do have references there and things like that. And mechanics, let me click on bubbles, okay, bubbles right here, and mechanics right here. So I do have a rubric to evaluate, to judge my students' writing, Hwang Hyun-ji. And so writing 1, let's take a look at her writing 1. So this is what I do usually. Let's see. Company success is often made by customer loyalty. Okay, I see no problem. Then, for what reason do customers show loyalty to the company? I thought about three criteria, okay, that I think about and that I consider when I use the company. Did you see any problem or something weird or
Yeah, that.
which one? The first, second?
No, the third sentence, he or she uses that. They could cut out one of the vets.
So if you'd like to provide your feedback, click on the edit here,
Yeah.
then you can do the work. So which line?
Third line.
Third line,
And take out the second that I.
Ah, yes, that I. This should we take out?
No, no, no. Yeah, it's just a little, because he says that I think about and that I consider.
Ah, so you are talking about the redundancy.
Yeah, redundancy.
So,
It's redundant.
so I think about and then I consider this part.
Yeah, it's nothing, not a major.
No, it's a major one because that's what we call redundancy.
Yeah.
And if you take a look at the global errors, we do have redundancy right here. So then you can put it here, redundancy. You see the number 12 files and 14. When I use the company, how about when I use the company?
That's strange.
I don't think that's so strange. So I would call this one as a meaning problem, okay?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense to me, meaning, okay? Then I can like that. Other people are in the same consumer position as me.
As I am.
Other people are in the same consumer position as me.
Strange.
Strange. So, for what sense? Other people are Other people are in the same consumer position as me.
Well, as me would be as I am.
As I am, because normally as is counted as a conjunction. So other people are in the same consumer position.
But also consumer position is a little awkward.
Consumer position. Okay, so
I'd probably take out consumer.
take out consumer.
So this just sounds strange.
Yeah. So maybe I could put this one simply because strange. Maybe I can put it as meaning as well. I don't understand, so I can it's like put the meaning there. So I think they might think similarly about this.
Yeah. Revised.
Revise how? So I think they might think similarly about this. About this what? So it's like reference
Yeah.
and maybe I can try this one again. Meaning or
Logic.
logic or reference or things like this. Let's say for this case as a logic then.
Can you create more categories on the left?
Right here?
So it can, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So if you would like to create more categories, right here, put new code, and you,
And then
yeah, you can create many
Okay.
things.
So this is just all the categories you created.
No, not me, but from the research.
Okay.
So writing researchers just asked that if I would like to know about the writer's ability, there are three criteria there: global, local, and mechanics. So look at it, and we can calculate the score. That's not my coding, but coding adapted from the previous writing research, which we call as closed coding.
Okay.
Okay, so in closed coding, there is not much space for you. So most of the errors can be categorized here. Okay, and so I can say this is about the introduction, and let's take a look at this one. First, I consider the quality of product before I use the company. Again, use the company. What does she mean? What does that mean? I use the company. Company can be usable or replaceable. So I think this is sort of awkward to me. So meaning,
Yeah.
if the product is not good, I'm not interested in the company. Also, I rarely think of it again later.
Okay.
Therefore, I think the quality of a product gives an opportunity to stand out from customers.
That's weird.
Yeah, so that's what I think. So, what opportunity? Okay, meaning Next, so talking about the structure of the writing, she obviously she seems to be paragraph indented here, also indented here, just one. So next, okay, I think that
Excuse me, sorry. How do you see? Do you like the indent, or do you like a whole new line? Do you like a line gap, or do you like the indentation for paragraphs? Different
for
paragraphs.
paragraph in the beginning, normally we hit the space bar one, two, three,
Yes.
one or two or three. That's it. And another paragraph again, one, two, three, and writing.
Okay.
And so next, I think that the campaign service, okay, has a great influence on the campaign's favorability, okay? If the counseling service with the employees is friendly, okay, there will be no complaints due to the service during contact with the company.
It's a bit circular.
Yeah, I think so. And only good memories will be considered to revision. I don't get
It
it.
sounds like a Google Translate, that one.
So yeah, you got it. And so I don't understand. I also thought that I should come to companies what? Okay, apostrophe s, and we need noun here. So I should come to companies what? Companies what? So I think noun.
That's a grammar.
Yeah, it's a grammar. Obviously, it's a noun is missing. Uh, apostrophe s and then noun should be noun. Where? Huh?
I think she might be thinking it's plural and the in apostrophe. You don't need an apostrophe for plural.
So how can I categorize this one in
I
terms
don't
of?
know. Is there one for pluralization?
So
No.
usually for the case, it's like a agreement. I do.
Yes, yeah.
They do have agreement like
Oh, there we go.
noun, subject, tense, and maybe I can put this one as a
Yeah,
noun.
yeah.
So I think I should never visit companies where the service was unfriendly.
She's talking about after service, right? Or is she?
I think I should never visit companies where the service was unfriendly. Huh.
Because she said a counseling service.
I don't think so.
You don't know.
She just talks about the
Salesperson.
yeah salesperson or things like that. Again, maybe because the meaning is not clear, I can put that like that. Maybe okay again meaning. So although she wrote sentences, but the meaning seems to be quite. Okay, so I can put the meaning right here. Meaning, I think I should never visit companies where blah blah blah. As such, the emotions between employees and customers also seem to affect repurchase. Okay, so as the last criterion, there is a company blah blah blah. So like this way, she wrote many words here. Okay, so. 황현지, let me show you my feedback to her. If I click on the students' voices right here, I have Hwang Hyun-ji here, the one that you saw before, and this one includes my feedback, okay? So I provided her feedback like Hwang Hyun-ji, and she returned. So this is her revision version of writing here, her revision, okay? So I provided the feedback, and based upon that, so company success is often made by customer loyalty. Then, for what reason do customers show loyalty to the company? I thought about three criteria. Other people are in the same consumer position as me, so I think they might agree with opinion. First, I considered the quality of product before I used the company. Again, she didn't change anything here.
Minus.
And so the revision score, I gave her 100.
Out of a
Yeah,
thousand?
so obviously this is my mistake. But I don't see any grammatical errors right here. And also I asked her to write about the experience, about the feedback. And this is her response. It was hard for me to write in English because I do not have many opportunities of writing in English. So difficulty marriage, I could notice my shortcomings in writing. So in her shortcomings, I believe I provide right here, I provide many feedbacks. So if I click on the coding right here, you see my feedback. She needs a title. She needs a title. She has a problem with the connectives, and many.
Can she see this? She has NVivo?
Well, uh, Word program, okay?
Okay.
So let me show you.
So you need to export it into Word.
Normally in my class, when writing, the writing feedback is provided. I keep it as a record, so this is for that. So this one, um, this is her revision version, and right. This one is the original version, and I provide the feedback. And then this is about their reaction. What's her name? Let's take a look at this one. Hong Hyun-ji, okay. So if I take a look at Hong Hyun-ji right here, so this is the version of the after my feedback, okay, she sent me. So what makes customer loyalty? And she wrote like that. And so,
That's the original document.
no, the original document, she provided the original document, and I gave her feedback, and then she returned this one.
So sorry, how can she see your feedback? Does she have the NVivo, or did you put it in red writing, or?
Okay,
I
so
didn't
this
see
one,
it.
this one, this one.
Okay.
So she sent me writing,
Yeah.
and these are the original files before I provide her feedback. And then I open this up, and I provide my feedback here. Well, because this is the original one, nothing is there, okay? And then I provide the feedback, this one, 계좌. So from here you can see uh, right, like this one,
Okay.
okay? But this is not the feedback for the original, but the feedback after the rewriting. I asked them rewrite, and they sent me this one. You know, the reason to see the gap between what I told them to do and what actually they did. Okay?
So you put it in red. I was just
Yeah.
wondering how you.
Yeah, right. So you don't understand my feedback here and here and here and things like that. And about this one talks about their feelings, reactions toward the feedback. Okay? So, yeah, nice question. That's very clear. Well, that's very critical here. Okay? So talking about her, uh, in spite of the feedback that I gave her, for some point she take it, but for some point she just ignore that. And so, because this this is not face to face, there is no way of meeting her and telling her that look, what I said, this is in this and this and this, and so problematic things happening right here. And so, what Usually that's the way I provide feedback and send them to me again and take a look at it and try to see the problems. What could be the problems? So I asked them in the revised version of their writing to tell me about how they feel about the feedback process in general. This is what I call students' voices. And so, students' voices.
Students' voices.
So if I click on the students' voices, okay, they provide the, okay, let's take a look at the Hwang Yeonji again. She, right here, the revision version, and then revision score, and then she telling me like this. Hwang Jang-woo, if I click on the Hwang Jang-woo revised version, and then again, for the case of Hwang Jang-woo, he didn't send me the diary, the feedback diary. So I asked him, I need your diary on the process of feedback, telling good points, drawbacks, or anything related with the feedback. Write your diary and send it to me ASAP. So,
Please. Oh, you're so polite.
and then, and then Hwang Jang-woo sent me, okay? Hwang Jang-woo sent me about his feedback, okay? When the professor revised my writing regarding the feedback on English composition, I was able to get a sense of what direction I should take in future English composition. And it was good to know exactly what I was wrong. There are confusing parts, such as which expression is appropriate in the sentence I want to express, blah, blah, blah. So, for the case of 출론 툴가, if I click on the 출론 툴가, she told me that, okay, why don't you take a look at this one, 출론 툴가. Look, I asked her to correct the errors, and she corrected her error. She revised her error and sent it back to me. And I read it. Again, she has tons of thousands of mistakes here, like sustainable program or unique, deja, things like that. And so her revision score right here is 84. And in her diary, she said, there is no difficulty in English writing feedback yet. So telling me a lie, she got mistakes 16 out of 100 again. Not the first writing, but the revised version. And then she told me that there is no difficulty in English writing feedback yet. Is she telling me a lie? Or
she's angry with me.
No, she didn't receive this one.
How dare you say my English is terrible?
And so I need to see her and tell. I really would like to get the reason out of her. She got 16 mistakes, and tell me that no problem at all. And so.
Did she make different mistakes the first one? Or did she not revise?
Let's see. I wonder if.
Sometimes there's students who revise, but they then change everything.
For the Chulon Tulga's case, I think she did not hand in the original version first, and later she missed the time, and because of the score, she just hand this one. That's my understanding. And so, based upon my understanding, I have to say that, well, okay. And so, for the case of this one, I coded them, okay, in NVivo. And so, where if you error analysis talks about the local, global, and things like that, mechanics and things like that. And here, I do have a revision survey. I coded them, their voices, okay? If you click on that, you see challenges and benefits, okay? And so if I click on the challenges, they talk about lots of challenges right here. And if I click on the benefits, they talk some benefits right here. Those are merged with the English major students and non-major students here. And so you might have a question about what kind of challenges are they talking about and what kind of benefits are they talking about. Then if you would like to do that in NVivo, you go to Explorer and matrix coding query, okay? Remember framework matrix? We did row and column things. Again, the same thing. Here, right here, maybe we can put the, okay, in order to do that, what I have to do is I have to create the cases. So right here, I do have students' voices here, okay? For English major students, if I click on that, I need to create the case for this one, okay? Other than that, there is no way of you doing that. So again, click on, create as case, and then I can, where? Well, I'd like to create case right here, okay? I create. So to check it out, if I code, I'm sorry, cases, I do have, I do have right here the students data, but this one has the previous one as well. So the best way of doing it is delete everything and start again, so that the data cannot be mixed. And I can delete that one.
Duplicate.
And then I go here again and I click shift and page down and things like that. Create the student's diary and create educations and then cases again, okay. And then definitely I can have the, under the cases, I can have my student's diary, okay, diary data. And so what I want to do is, if I click on that, select items, it will ask you which file, from which file. I need to select that. So I don't need the right word, wrong word, because it is book, reference book, my research memo, no, learner voices, one analysis, and things like the co-research. I only need the I only need the students' data. So click on the file and go to Spring Intermediate Data. Click on that. I have writing one under that. Bingo, students' voices. So I got Hwang Yeonji. So I can check mark here, everyone. So those are the guys. Those are the guys who participate in my class, the class now. So I can put OK. And then what I want to do is select item. So at this time, I need to go to code and the revision survey, and you have to check mark automatically select this and the codes, okay? Check mark it and revision survey check mark. Then, okay. And if you look at this bar, you see codes revision challenges, wrong. Is that all? I don't think so. That's not it. So you have to remove this one, and so put the -1, and again check. I'm sorry, I made a big mistake. For this case, if you would like to redo it, go here, undo, check mark, create education. Yeah. If you do that, Might have everything here. And I see revision survey, challenges, and challenges, and benefits, and things like that. And then what I want to do is run query. If you run query, you will see your students here, and over here, you will see their reaction. What are the benefits and what are the challenges? That way you can see only for their reactions, English major students' reactions. The same way you can do later, you can take a look at the non-English major students' responses, voices, and things like that. Okay? And because this is a huge data, it takes kind of million years. And so what we are gonna do? Sing a song?
I have a question. When you're correcting their writing, you're also putting it in Vivo. Do you have to do it twice? So you're correcting it in Word, and then you're also writing it up in Vivo?
Right. You have to make a code. So let's say if you corrected students' errors in Word
Yes.
by using underline,
Yes.
and then when you import this one, then in NVivo you have to create code, error codes,
Yeah. So I'm just
and
wondering.
you have to do it one by one again.
I'm wondering, can you just do it in Vivo and then export it to Word?
Sure, obviously, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would be much easier.
Oh, yeah. Uh, the tip for this case is kind of working, going. Well, maybe we can wait, but if you cannot wait and if your wife keeps on asking you coming here and things like that, then what you have to do is if you click on the ESC, automatically this process will be shut down and the clearly gone. Uh, I wonder why it takes a lot of time because I got benefits there and the challenges there, and I got English major students only here, right? And why?
You see, there are a few audio files there too, right?
Okay, let me
So
put
there
the
might be a little.
okay, let me put the ESC. I don't want to do it. Okay, I put the ESC, and so let me do it again. Maybe I do something wrong. Explore and matrix coding query, and then put plus here. What I want to do, I want to take a look at the data from files, especially for spring, guys, English major, 이쁜이, and check mark. I checked mark them. And so, yeah, this is that it. Students' voices only. I only need the students' voices. And then check mark the coding here. So codes, as far as coding, then must have the coding. Codes, if I put the codes, okay, right here. Revision survey, I need this one. And check mark this one, and this one, and this one, and okay. And also let me check here. Challenges. Benefit. Okay, yeah, clear. And then run query. It should be done quickly. Bingo, I got you. You know, in the past, if I do searches like this, it took million years. But I think that was about 20 years ago. I've been using this program for 25 years, and I'm a student of Lynn Richard, who developed this program. So I used to be one of the best kids. So I worked a lot, and I think she believes, I believe she is really proud of me.
Come on
And
again, sir? I didn't hear the name part.
Lynn Richard, Lynn Richard, Richard. She's the Australian.
Okay.
QSL NVivo is developed from Australia. Australia where? I don't know. Australia, Sydney, Melbourne, and maybe somewhere. And so, yeah, this is much better. So when they developed the program in 1995, they opened the workshop, and so people participated in the workshop nationwidely. And so we start with the nudist program, nudist 2, I think, nudist, nudist,
NUDIST.
yeah, nudist. And so,
What's that mean?
so have you heard about the nudist?
Yes.
Naked people on the beach lying on and nudist, no?
My father was one of them.
Your father?
Father, yes.
Oh, yeah. Are you sure?
It was from the 60s.
Your father? Oh, so nudist, yeah, nudist. Let me explain to you what nudist means. The nudist, that's not what you think. And nudist. And so M is non-numerical, non-numerical. U means unstructured. Okay. D means data. And indexing, searching, and theorizing. Okay. So that's what nudist means. With non-numerical data, like picture, like interview, like observation and things like that, in unstructured, there is no structure like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or things like that, and data. So with non-numerical data, you can index, you can search, and eventually you can theorize the data. Okay, that's what nudist stands for. Okay, nudist. Looks like almost the same, but I don't know what's going on here. But I should check it out later.
Maybe you can have your break a few minutes early.
Maybe
break when you come back.
maybe 6 minutes later. Yeah, that's good advice. It's a good time to have a break, huh? Yeah. Okay, 10-minute break then.
Okay.
Uh, so, uh, oh yeah, it's almost done. But anyway, I'm gonna